and welcome back to my channel and to another week of What's for Dinner. Got a few strange ones in this week's video, a few different I've run out of ingredients recipe ideas, so I've tried to follow a plan and then as usual it all goes out the window and I've replaced some things with some strange alternatives, but I will leave you to form your own opinions on that one. It worked in the end, so that's all that matters. So I'm going to take you through the kind of things we eat as a family of 5 over the course of a week. If you're new here, my name is Vicky. I do a lot of food content, and before we get into the video I would like to thank the sponsors of this section of the video, and that is Readly. So if you're not new here, you will have heard me talk about Readly before. I absolutely love it. So Readly is an online subscription app with over 7,000 magazines and newspapers for you to choose from. There is everything from food to how to look after a puppy, to gardening, to cars, to fitness, anything you enjoy reading, all the gossip mags, all the juicy celebrity wedding kind of things, wedding magazines, anything that takes your interest, there will be something for you on Readly. It's completely customizable. You can download all your favorites, so I'll show you my content. I'll also pop this up on the screen because it's a bit easier to see, but you can see some of my favorites. I've got OK, I've got Olive magazine, I've got VW Bus. I actually really love reading Men's Health as well. I find the fitness side of things really interesting. I've got Psychology's Ideal Home, House Beautiful, Good Food. One of my favourite features is the fact that I can click on an article or a recipe and I can bookmark it. If I think, oh, halloumi skewers, they sound lovely, I just click bookmark and it saves that page. The other thing I absolutely love about Readly is that you can download the content so it's available offline, which means that when I'm out and about and in places where I'm not going to get data or Wi-Fi, I've still got my content with me. So it's really good for travelling, it's good for those hard to reach places. We went to Wales and the signal was non-existent, but I could still read my magazines and newspapers. So Readly's kindly offered my subscribers a 2-month free trial. This is completely free and no obligation, and you can cancel at any time. All you have to do is click on my link in the description box and you will get 2 months free, and like I said, you can cancel at any time. After that it is £9.99 a month, but again you can cancel at any time and there is no obligation. And for that price you get one account and you can share that account over 5 different devices. So you could have it on your phone and on your tablet. You can also share it with friends and family. So what I love is that my husband can share it, my 3 boys can share it. I sit there for hours at night looking at different recipes, thinking of all different things I can make, and we can all share for the one price. And 2 months free is just too good to pass up anyway. Anything free with no obligation, you might as well give it a go because there's no reason not to. So I pay for Readly with my own money. That's how much I like it. I think it's such good value. So I'll leave that exclusive link down in the description box. Please go and check it out. Like I said, you have nothing to lose. It's 2 months for free, so give it a go and see what you think. So thank you to Readly for sponsoring this section of the video, and let's go and have a look at some of my crazy meals this week. So for tonight's dinner we are having some salmon. I think I'm going to do like a salmon and boiled egg salad. I've never done like boiled eggs and salmon together, but I have seen it done. I think it's a thing where you have salmon and egg, but like not mixed. I know what I mean. We just need to get the protein in, so that's why I want the fish and the eggs. But anyway, to begin with, I'm going to use these Mexican hot salsa mixes that I got in one of my food hauls for, I think these were 8p each. And it says just add 2 tomatoes. I'm actually going to add some cherry tomatoes, red pepper that needs using up, and a red onion. And then I'm going to mix it all together and we're going to serve that on top of our salmon. So I'm just going to chop it up and I'll show you once I've mixed it. So that's what it looks like, and I've decided I want it finer, so I'm going to put it in my little mini chopper and make it more of a salsa consistency. So I wanted it to sit on top of the salmon, and that's just all going to fall off, isn't it? So I'm going to blitz that. I've also just got some basil out of the garden because I haven't got any coriander, otherwise I would put that in, but any fresh herbs are nice, even though they're not typically Mexican. That is definitely more what I was hoping for. Much better consistency, and it's kind of sticks together now, so it won't all just fall off the fish. So here is our dinner with the salsa on top of the salmon, and we've got lettuce, cucumber and red onion around the side with the boiled eggs. And the salsa is really, really spicy. I think we're probably going to put some salt and pepper on the eggs and then a little bit of Caesar dressing maybe. But this is what we have for dinner tonight. And here it is with the salt, pepper and Caesar dressing, just because it looks like finished now. So for tonight's dinner I have used the leftover salsa from yesterday's dinner, and I've cooked some turkey meatballs. So we've got those in the salsa. which I've heated up in the microwave, and then we've got some Caesar dressing on some salad. So it's like a turkey Caesar chili salad, and this is what we've got for dinner tonight. So I'm just starting tonight's dinner, and I am going to make a fajita style pasta bake. I was supposed to use fajita seasoning, but I got this on offer, so it's actually a Brazilian paprika seasoning mix. So what I've done is cook some chicken breast in the oven, and I've just sprinkled some tandoori seasoning or tikka seasoning on that. So that's all cooked, and then I'm going to make my sauce for my pasta using some passata and some of this soft cheese. And then I've got some peppers that need using up, and then a little bit of meat. We made our own pizzas, so I've got a couple of these bits that need to go in. So I'm going to chop up this pepperoni, the salami, and then in here we've got mozzarella and I think it's halloumi or feta and a tiny bit of cheddar, which I'm also going to like sprinkle through it. But my main sauce is going to be made out of passata, soft cheese, and then this seasoning mix. I'm just going to cook the pasta, slice the chicken up and mix it through, pop all this through, and the peppers, and then put it in the oven and let it go nice and bubbly. So because I want leftovers, I'm actually going to use a whole carton of passata, the whole tub of cream cheese, the whole packet of seasoning, and I'm going to use a whole packet of pasta and probably 4, maybe 5 chicken breasts, so that there is plenty, because in pasta dishes I probably wouldn't use that much chicken. I'm just going to add everything together in here and let it warm through. Everything else is going to go together in the oven. This will make a really nice creamy cheese sauce, but it's a bit healthier than using like full fat cream. So I've got my peppers and my meat in here, so salami and pepperoni. What I'm going to do, now my chicken is cooked, I've taken that out of the oven, I'm just going to pop this in while my pasta's cooking, probably for about 10 minutes. It will start to crisp up the meat, and then some of the juices of that will come out and go into the peppers. I'm also going to top this with a crunchy tortilla topping as well, which goes really nicely with the grated cheese. So I'm going to put this in the oven and let it start to release some of its flavour. Then I'm going to add my chicken, my pasta, my little odds and ends of cheese, and my sauce. That'll all go in, probably cover it with some foil to start with, and then towards the end of cooking I will put a mixture of like tortilla crisps and grated cheddar on top. And so as you can see, the meat has started to crisp up a little bit and it has released some of its oils. I don't want to leave it too long, so I don't want it to go like crispy bacon, because it might be a bit chewy. Oh, that's hot. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop my pasta in. I'm also going to pour over my sauce. So I'm also going to add my pre-cooked chicken. I'm trying to do this with one hand, which is not the easiest. Yeah, I've added my chopped chicken as well, and now I'm going to put the camera down and really carefully mix this together, pop some foil over the top and put it in the oven until it's heated all the way through, probably about 20 minutes or so. Take it out, put some tortillas and some cheese on and give it another 10. So it goes nice and crispy. Right, so here we are about to go into the oven. I'm going to cover it with some foil and then I'm going to give it 20 odd minutes. Right, so I've sprinkled my tortillas on top and some grated cheese. Gives it a really nice crunchy layer. Now it's going to go back in the oven until the cheese is melted. So here is my fajita pasta bake out of the oven. You can use any seasonings for this, or if you don't want any spice at all, I often use passata and cream cheese mixed together to make a pasta bake sauce. You could just add salt and pepper or some garlic granules, some oregano, anything really. If you use those two things as your base, always comes out really well. The tortillas just make it go really extra crispy, and instead of the cheese all disappearing, it kind of sits on top and it's gone really nice and crunchy, as you can see over there. So I'm just going to dish this up and then I will show you. So here we are served. I've just crumbled a few extra Doritos on top for more crunchiness. We've got nice marinated chicken, the peppers are still semi-crunchy, and obviously the pasta. And this is what's for dinner tonight. So for tonight's dinner we have recreated a turkey and ham Subway salad, but we've also got some mini pepper dew peppers and some pomegranate seeds on top. We've got some turkey and some ham, lettuce, tomato, cucumber, onion, red onion I think, and some Caesar dressing, and yeah, we just put some pomegranate seeds on the top, and this is what we are having for dinner tonight. So I'm just starting tonight's dinner and I am making a smoked fish risotto baked in the oven, a bit like the mackerel one I've done on my budget money saving video. So I started off heating up some butter in a pan and I've got 1 chopped leek. I'm using a fish pie mix for this, so I've got 350 grams of your standard fish pie, which is cod, salmon and smoked haddock. So to this I'm also going to add some garlic granules, or actually some frozen garlic I think I've got. I'm going to pop some peas in as well, and then I'm going to use a little bit of parmesan, some lemon juice and some stock, and I'm going to put it all together with some risotto rice and cook it in the oven. So I'm just going to throw in a lump of frozen garlic and just let this soften for 5 to 7 minutes until my leeks have gone a little bit soft and brown. So here is the risotto out of the oven. I just, at the last stage of cooking, or when I just taken it out, added a tablespoon of lemon juice and some grated parmesan, and this is what is for dinner tonight. It's come out really well, and there's really big chunks of fish, and we served it with a few garlic dough balls. So for tonight's dinner I have done hot dog sausages in buns with some ketchup and a little bit of grated cheese and some oven chips, and this is what is for dinner tonight. So for tonight's dinner we have a chicken tikka salad. I can't remember what it was then, and in this salad we've got a few different bits. We've got some mange tout, we've got some spring onions, we've got some beetroot, and we've also got some red cabbage under there, some lighter than light mayo and some buffalo sauce as well, and some mini pepper dew peppers. So this is what we are having for dinner tonight, and it looks really, really good. Okay, so I have kind of an obsession with Scotch eggs, but the problem was we ran out of breadcrumbs, and I have used salt and vinegar rice cakes to coat the eggs before. This time I didn't have any of those either, and I googled it, and apparently you can use cornflakes, but I only had honey crunchy nut cornflakes, so I blitzed those up, added some cayenne pepper, and we have actually turned out with sweet chilli crunchy coated Scotch eggs. Don't knock it till you've tried it. Steve was definitely very dubious when I told him what the coating was, but actually they came out amazingly, and I would highly recommend using crunchy nut cornflakes next time. So one of our favourite things to do when the weather is nice is to cook our pizzas on our Kadak stone in the garden. We have learnt now how to do it a bit better without burning them. It's all about getting the temperature low enough that it doesn't burn, but then high enough so that it cooks, and you sprinkle a lot of flour basically. The black is the flour burning, so don't sprinkle too much flour. Pizzas came out really nice. I also did some burgers as a backup plan, because the last time we did pizzas on the stone, they didn't come out so well. One of my favourite new recipes is to put feta cheese, nectarine, honey and basil on a pizza. This was so nice, such a strange sounding combination, but the saltiness of the feta and the sweetness of the honey and nectarines just go so well together, and it comes out really well. Unfortunately though, I forgot to get some footage of when it was actually cooked.
Did you make it? Did you break free? Did you manage to be who you wanna be? Maybe somewhere you think about me too.